Just hold on. Good evening, good morning, guys. We are live now. I will introduce two friends of mine. My name is Sarabjit Singh Puri, and I'm Director and CEO of Fateh Noor
पेड़ को
Private
बंद रखो
Limited.
ना उसको बोला ना
And
गाने
we starting from
वॉल्यूम जीरो कर दो
Slight Alumni Association, we are representing that organization. And in this is a lecture series for Slight Alumni Association, third lecture which is going on. Lecture is by Mr. Vikram Singh Nanda, who is a principal scientist in Abu Dhabi. And coordinator will be, or facilitator will be Mr. Harbir Singh, who is business head for ISJEC Titan. And welcome you guys. Welcome Nanda Saab and Harbir Singh ji to the lecture.
Thank you, Puri Saab.
थैंक यू पुरी साहब
Nanda Saab, you can start with the things. What exactly are the things you want to tell? What can you tell about your basic introduction so that we can start with the things?
Yeah, sure. Hi everybody. Good morning. Today, my main talk focus will be understanding the impact or average of having interdisciplinary knowledge for mechanical engineering students within various industry sectors. So basically, as Mr. Puri has already communicated, I am a principal engineer, basically mechanical engineering with welding background from Sant Longowar Institute of Engineering and Technology. And after that, I did my metallurgical engineering from IIT Roorkee, and then after that my journey I will show you in next slides.
Just hold on, sir. Let us introduce Harbir Singh ji also. Harbir Singh ji, your introduction, please.
Okay, hi guys. So my name is Harbir, and I have also done basically my schooling was from Chandigarh, and I did my engineering from Sant Longowal Institute of Engineering and Technology in mechanical engineering with specialization in welding technology. And after I have total experience of around 25 years working with various companies like petrochemical industries like IL, and then working with heavy engineering conglomerates like Larsen and Toubro. And for last 15, 16 years, I am working with ISJEC. I have handled various positions at various senior positions, be it departmental heads or maybe operations head. Now I'm heading a business of ISJEC Titan Metal Fabricator, which is a joint venture company with ISJEC India and Titan Metal Fabricator America, USA. So that's what my introduction is, and all of my career was involved in a basically fabrication and manufacturing of pressure vessels, reactor for oil and gas, refinery, fertilizer, chemical process plants, etc. That's what my introduction is. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Nanda Saab, now you can continue.
Yes, this is my little elaborated introduction, but I will not go through all this. What I did is, instead of because I consider myself as interdisciplinary, that is why I have chose this subject as a talk. So I will chop down my whole introduction into smaller zones here. One can clearly see my introduction and my journey after the slide long over. My professional qualification is, as I've already told, I'm a gold medalist in BTech with mechanical engineering and specialization in welding technology.
RG and Company, sir. RG and Company says great to see titans of welding and metallurgy together.
Thank you. After my BTech, I did my graduate and post graduation master's degree in metallurgical engineering, again with specialization of industrial or mechanical metallurgy. So once I completed my graduation in welding, I chose to sharpen my wings in the industrial metallurgy side. So accordingly, I have chose my master's degree. And immediately after the master's degree, there was certain opportunities for me to place in the mechanical engineering background, but I chose to do further PhD studies in IIT Bombay. And during that PhD studies, I have basically exposed myself in the manufacturing of composite materials, basically used in automobile industry, and the connection I did with composite material as a mechanical engineering with fracture mechanics studies, like how fracture toughness people, at that time 22 years back when I was started my PhD studies, the composite materials were quite new, and it was automobile industries were and various other aerospace industries were thinking to use these. Now they are very effectively using at this time. So my studies were focused on manufacturing of these components in my PhD, and as well as doing the testing, mechanical testing. Again, metallurgy, fabrication, manufacturing of the material, and testing of the same material through mechanical testing. So if you see my whole graduation, post graduation, and my PhD studies, it is basically a very good mixture of mechanical engineering, materials, mechanical testing, and manufacturing. So in view of this, I have further done some training programs which further sharpen my wings in the same area as damage mechanisms in the refinery industries, various equipment, refinery plants has, as we know, it is a full of all metallic equipments. So those metallic equipments has many fittings, and so all these things will go through damage, and understanding the damage mechanisms will further help me to basically fit for the service, which, or should I say, the right now I am doing investigation of materials which are damaged or fractured, or so these technical training programs like damage mechanisms or industrial corrosion and corrosion control and coating failure analysis, these three programs helped me to further understand the investigation business in a much better way.
Nanda Sahab, I'm not understanding anything, but anyhow, I think mechanical guys are enjoying it. Please
So,
carry on.
yeah. So professional affiliations and memberships I have: American Society of Materials, American Society of Materials for Failure Analysis, Heat Treating Society, International Metallographic Society, and I am the former member of National Association of Corrosion Engineers and Indian Institute of Metals. The reason why I highlighted this is very important if you are an interdisciplinary area, and you should you, I personally spend money from my pocket to take the memberships of all these international societies, which helps me to present my work in all these international societies when there is any international or national conference, as well as meeting the experts in the same area.
Nanda Sahab, I
So
have some people are now saying Anup Sharma says welding without understanding metallurgy is not a perfect welding. I think you must be,
perfect.
yes. And I will ask one more question. As you have talked about many things, as you have talked about so deep things up in welding and metallurgy. So certainly, how to join these organizations, how to connect with them. Kindly elaborate that as well in your coming slides.
Actually, in all these, you mean to say ASM, International Failure Analysis Society?
Any type of
Actually, there
organization
is
which
a
can,
so
yes.
there is a links. You go to that link. You will definitely see a form. Fill the form online. 1 second. It's a very one page form. You fill it, pay it, and become the member. And as soon as you become the member, you will be accessing all online facilities, their journals, their magazines, and as well as when you present your paper in the conferences, you will also get the discounts. Like I have been, I when I was I used to attend the conferences as a student. These discounts are like real blessed to me. So I have total presented my 24 papers in various international conferences during my post graduation time, and I will tell you the benefits of having the memberships in all this in the next slides.
Sir, just,
This,
just a minute, sir. Just a minute.
yeah.
So, guys, what Nanda sir want to say is, as a student of mechanical engineering, you can join these organizations immediately, so that you can get help from these organizations. More knowledge sharing is possible. You can gain a lot of knowledge. You can get in touch with really experienced guys in your field, and certainly you can build your future in your field only. You don't
They,
need to switch to somewhere else.
Puri sir, just to add on, these all societies are interdisciplinary in nature, and it is basically suitable for any corrosion engineer, metallurgical engineer, mechanical engineer, and the best part nowadays is, in our times 22 years back it was not there, but now as the digital platform is more and more coming up, so these have separate chat boxes and chat rooms where big scientists from various countries in the different areas, they throw the questions on day to day life, what they feel, what they feel they should be shared, and you will get many expert answers from that. Just by reading those chats, it is so much of knowledge, and only a member can enter into that.
Oh,
So
right.
yeah, so this is something I just want to add on. But when I took the members of these societies, the main thing is it helped me to alter my professional outlook in the market.
Right.
Everybody started knowing me. Monthly meetings I used to go. Every profession in the, because I was doing research. Research is just a laboratory stuff. You go hostel to lab and then come back from lab to hostel. This is your life. But if you become the all these societies membership, you have an opportunity to present your work and understand that your work is which sector it is more required, so that you
Right.
can focus your personality to sell your research in the market. So this is what greatly helped me by taking all these memberships. So I will just go through next. Helps to know strong industry people in my area of specialization, and builds a relationship if you actively take part in organizing certain chapters, event, and even present part, talks or part of the editorial team. So I was basically, by because I was in Mumbai, IIT Mumbai. So IIT Mumbai is a hub of all these chapters. So I was basically went into organizing of monthly talks. So I learned how the organization skills are important when you are collaborating with all the technical people, industry people, and IIT professors and researchers. So this helps you to nurture your personality. So this is what I
Nanda sir,
want.
I wanted to add here. Basically, those who all are listening, especially the college students, if they are in this live stream. What happens when we studied in a college? Our communication was not as good as you when you learn when you come into the professional streams. So what happens when you're studying in colleges? You are just trying to learn, grasp the things from the books, trying to clear the concepts. But during while studying in colleges, our communication on the technical topics is not so high, and it's not we are not so involved in having technical discussion with each other, where we actually when you go into the various professionals in the companies. So that is a time actually where all these things get utilized, and you improve and you enhance your communication skills basically. So what I wanted to suggest to all of you who are students now, please try to have as much as technical discussion as possible, that too in a proper forum where you try to interact with each other, because that enhances your skills. What happens when you go for an interviews, you try to give a lot of answers to the experts who are interviewing you. What they are trying to judge, they not only try to judge your basically technical knowledge, they also try to see how strongly you are able to communicate, how strongly you are able to put forward your points in front of the interviewer, so that he get convinced. Sometimes what happens, even if you have a technical knowledge which is maybe an average, because we also understand that the person who is coming out of college with a no experience may not be having so much of technical exposure. So what we try to see that people who are in this field, they should be able to communicate, they should be able to basically relate themselves with the other people. So please focus on your communication skills a lot, so that you can go into right industries. So
Yes,
and that
you
will
have,
also going to help you a lot in
Hello.
later on industries.
I was
Yeah,
coming to that point.
Birji,
Yes,
Vikramji, just a minute. I want to add on one more point. As Nanda Saab has talked about professional affiliations and memberships with multiple societies and organizations. So I believe the chapters of these organizations can be opened up in slide also. So I will request our HOD mechanical as well as other people to connect with these associations immediately. Let the students be members of it and let the chapter be opened in our institute so that people can grow and learn from them. I hope Nanda Sahab you can guide them in getting the
yes,
things
yes,
done.
yes, definitely. Because
Yes, sir. Yes, sir,
and
Nanda Sahab.
International Institute of Welding, these two societies I always missed during my graduation time. But now, as Puri Sahab, these two societies are very active right from when they our times. But I was not aware. But it is always better to join these international societies, as uh, as Harbir has clearly mentioned how it will build your personality. I will also touch base few of the next slides.
Great.
These are some
Because
of the online.
yeah,
These are some of the online courses I have done, during my job time. So which helped me to understand my office culture. How to manage the experienced managers, how to building your accountability. Coaching and developing employees. This is my day in day out job nowadays in my current job scenario. How to organize your time and life. See, work life balance is very important. So it is not all the time you do office work. It is very important for self fulfillment how to do a work life balance. So these online courses I have done on LinkedIn, which further nurtured me and helped me to understand the business. And certain personality development courses also I have done, diploma courses in special personality development program. I would like to little bit touch base here. One more thing, during PhD, I have found that PhD students are mm, very good in knowledge, expert in one focus area, but their personality is always, they are conservative, they are little more arrogant in their knowledge. Of course they have a knowledge, they are little. So the personality needs to be fine tuned. So during my PhD time, I have done diploma courses in special personality development, which helped me to understand how I should look, my outlook, my outlook should be when I am presenting my work, how my communication skill should be when I am presenting the international or national platforms. See, you need to know when you are presenting in USA, when you are presenting in Malaysia, or when you are presenting in Mumbai, your local. In local, हम लोग हिंदी में भी बात कर लेते हैं, हम लोग पंजाबी में भी बात कर लेते हैं, तो it's all good. But in international platforms, how to carry yourself, how to show up your research work so that you get further opportunities. All these things are taught in this special personality development program during the research time in IIT Bombay. So the Slight Longowal has, of course, I have seen the Slight Longowal is also having PhD students in the welding or in the manufacturing mechanical. So such kind of personality development programs, especially for the PhD people or post graduation people, should be there, so that when they are very knowledgeable, they should get the industry jobs rather than only going for teaching and research. Only one small sector they have covered majorly, but there is a large sector of industry which is missing the doctorate students or post graduation students. So how to make yourself fit for the industry jobs? One must do the special personality development programs, and I have further done landmark education programs in Mumbai. So this helps me to develop self expression, communication, and understand how a leader, how great a leadership role, if I am in my job after 22 years, I am being a technical leader, so I am managing few people in my office. So all these techniques which I learned in these courses are basically helping me out to nurture further my team, and of course expanding the business. uh, this is like very all the fresher, sometimes over the LinkedIn, they always ask me, sir, you have 22 years of experience, you can sell yourself. But we are freshers, we don't have anything to write except date, address, name, and all that one page CV, all what you how many marks you earned, and all that, finish. One project BTP, finish. But I just wanted to say that it is, experience is not, of course experience is the industry experience, but when an employer is hiring a fresh graduate, they have something in the mind, they already know that they are hiring a fresh candidate, so they are actually not expecting any industry experience and nothing. But what they are expecting is, I just wanted to chalk down here, any kind of activity where you find yourself engaged, either intellectually like thought, wisdom, or technically professional knowledge, or even exposing and utilizing your soft skills, like टीम बिल्डिंग, लाइक टेक फिक्स्ड होता है हमारे इधर, टीम बिल्डिंग, कम्युनिकेशन, इंटरपर्सनल स्किल्स, लाइक अगर कोई फूड प्रोसेसिंग का बीटेक है और उसको अपने प्रोजेक्ट में, बीटेक प्रोजेक्ट में मैकेनिकल डिपार्टमेंट से काम लेना है, if he has to work something in mechanical department, so he needs to develop interpersonal skills between the departments. तो उसके these skills if you have developed, and if your project is interdepartment, like mechanical engineer project in software computer science, if I am a mechanical engineer, I have one, my project was, some part of my project was in chemical engineering department. So if you have these kind of experiences in developing interpersonal skills, communication, and getting the things done, time management skill, adaptability, no one is like, oh yaar ye kaun aa gaya, it's like that. When you go to other department, people say that yes, I can learn something from this, he's from different department. So all these things you write up in a very sellable form, so that the person who is hiring a fresher, he is not expecting any industry experience, but he can connect with you. So the bottom line is, any skill or knowledge or behavioral pattern or combination of all which helps to sell yourself as useful asset or package deal should be used intelligently as your experience. Puri sir?
Yes, very good.
So the next slide is how to recognize your passion, or how to recognize if you are passionate or not. So
there is one question, Nanda Saab and Harbir ji. How much demand is there in market for welding engineering? And would like to know that why core mechanical engineering is considered higher than welding engineering.
Okay. Mr. Vivek, basically, after 22 years, I can clearly say this is true. The reason for that is, in the Middle East area, I have been working in the Middle East region for last probably 10 years. So in the Middle East region, scope of welding is much higher than any other expertise. Like there are like heat treatment, heat transfer, design engineering, all these specializations are there. But any plant cannot be set up without fabrication. So here, in the fabrication, like there are many ways to fabricate, but welding is one of the most famous and widely used fabrication method in the Middle East. And I have been seeing many welding engineers here who are coming to my lab for testing, and their background is mechanical engineering, but they did certain courses after the mechanical engineering, means they are core mechanical engineering. They especially did the welding certifications from well-known or certification, those industries, or who provide certifications they have done in India, or or internationally and make them suitable for these kind of jobs. And now they are very actively engaged in all these plant setups, and their job is highly in demand, I should say that.
Harbirji, what is your viewpoint on this?
See, actually, I just wanted to say something, especially on the welding, because we both are welding specialists. When we were doing welding engineering, we were a bit concerned about what is going to be the future. But actually, when we came in the market, what we came to know, okay, with the mechanical engineering specialization in welding, there's a big scope in the market. Because in any industry, this is one of the area where you require specialist people, and especially in the heavy engineering industries where the industries are serving to bigger refineries, fertilizer plants, oil and gas industries. They require a massive equipment, and for this, the specialized people in welding, welding is counted as a heart of the plant in any of these fabrication industries, because there are various materials in the market, be it a carbon steel, stainless steel, alloy alloy steel, high nickel grade materials, titanium, tantalum, niobium, zirconium. All these are materials which are weldable, and these are required for this side of industries. All these items we have heard in the periodic table when we are studying in plus two classes. But when we come into the market, we actually come to see these items with our own eyes. And when what we have studied in our colleges in the theoretical part, when we see all these things, when we are able to relate ourselves to all those items, when and that background of our welding specialization will help us to learn more in this area, to understand more in this area, because this is the few items, few materials I'm talking about. There are various grades of these materials which people are when they come into the market, they are able to see all those things. They are able to learn all those different grades of the materials, that did different types of the welding processes. And when they see all these things, they learn all those type of the processes required to weld these materials. And to do this, there are very specialized courses what Mr. Nanda is explaining, and those are very, very important. It's not only about studying in colleges. When you come into the market, you need to keep on upgrading your knowledge by attending various courses in your fields, be it a welding, be it a foundry, or any other mechanical field, because it's a wide field nowadays. What is happening, people are every new student is trying to go into the software field. They wanted to be a specialized computer software engineers. But what's going to happen into the future is, it's the fields like mechanical, chemical, electrical, instrumentation. I mean, I feel people are going to run, industries are going to run short of these technical peoples, because every student nowadays is trying to opt for computer engineering. But let me tell you one thing, this field is very charming. And the people who are basically studying these subjects, when they come into the market, they will see what kind of enjoyment they're going to have when they see the things whatever they have studied. So I suggest people, when they come into the market, when they join professional organization, they must learn extra. They must learn something extra out of their basically the studious things. I mean, specialized related to the field, specialized related to whatever they're doing in their professional roles. So they must keep on learning all the time, because this is a never-ending field, and learning along with the jobs is very, very important to keep yourself upgraded to the latest technologies, latest developments happening in the world. And that's what I wanted to convey to all of you. That's all from my
Great,
side.
Harbir. Great, Harbir. This is fantastic answer. I believe this is not only about the field; it is about learning regularly, consistently to grow yourself. There's one more question have come up. Is it beneficial to leave India in current scenario? It is for Dr. Nanda, and find settlement abroad.
No, I don't think so. I just, if this would have been true, I would have not wasted my 15 years. But the point is, there is nothing like that. There is no thumb rule here, actually. It is all about knowing at the graduation time, knowing what is the market demand. If I would have known during my graduation and post graduation, look, I have to focus on corrosion engineering. Why? Because it has certain demand in the Middle East. So I would focus on that. But if it is not that India, there is no plant and no fabrication is happening. Harbir is a live example. He is there, and he is day in day out into the fabrication industry. So the point is, there is a lot of scope. The only thing is, we are as Longowal, like slight alumni, we are very blessed to have these specializations, because in IIT Roorkee welding specialization is available as a postgraduate. But the when I was studying in IIT Roorkee and I was meeting the welding MTech welding people, then when I saw their courses, I told them all these courses I have done in graduation. They were shocked. They say, really? Yes. I used to teach them, in a few of the subjects, welding, metallurgy, welding design, material, to the MTech students. So the point is, when the market, a graduation is graduate, a BTech graduate is available as a specialized person, so people or industry people may not prefer a high salaried postgraduate or PhD when their job is done with the graduate level expertise. So this is what I feel, how slight degrees with specializations like welding and manufacturing are more beneficial than any other, uh, I should say, compare any other BTech degree in any other institute, where only a degree is supplied in the name of mechanical engineering, like core. I am
Yes,
not. I
Doctor.
am not. I am
Yes,
not
Doctor
trying
Nanda.
to
I think
discriminate. I am not trying to discriminate anything, but I am trying to highlight how well blessed we are when we are already having a specializations in the graduation level. That's it.
Dr. Nanda, you are right, because everywhere, every field, everywhere now there is a talk of a niche thing. So our institute is providing a niche courses. So we have a very high demand for that niche. So everybody is a mechanical engineer across the world, but there are very few welding engineers who have done graduation in welding engineering. I think that's something very, very important.
Yes,
So we
yes.
should work
People
on it.
people nurture their specializations during post graduation and PhD times, while we are blessed that we have that opportunity in the graduation time. And this presentation is all about in that, when you have an opportunity in graduation time, how you make yourself sellable by polishing your personality, as well as if you have done certain external courses to further polish your technical knowledge, so that it will be more suitable for the industry jobs. This is what this presentation is about. I will just skip this because this slide is open for many times. So just bottom line is, if you are a passionate, you will find people to share knowledge, and you would be great storyteller. So how to recognize if you are a passionate? People don't know their passion. Passion brings proactiveness in your personality. Passion keeps you awake when most of the people are asleep. Passion ignites strong desire, dedication, and enthusiasm towards the goal. I remember I used to spend many hours in the library. At that time, I was reading welding magazines. Now people were more busy in subject related books. I remember I was reading magazines in the welding. In the magazines, I used to see that these are the electrode companies, these electrodes they are selling, or these are the shielding gases and all that. See, this is something your our library was very good in that time, 1995, I should say. Those times our library in Longowal was very good. Many welding related magazines were there, handbooks were there, ASM, AWS handbooks. I used to read all these, and that is where I find strong desire for the metallurgy and welding. And that is how strategically I chose my further post graduation and doctorate studies, so that it flavors as a interdisciplinary. And I am enjoying after that, because my whole every job, I switched to 4 jobs. Every job was an interdisciplinary job. Not a single job I have done as a core mechanical engineering. And this all this could be possible where the whole thing started in Longowal when I was doing welding specialization. Next slide.
Akshay Raj, thank you. Akshay Raj is saying very informative session, sir. And Dr. Sarita also says very informative session. So a lot of people are taking advantage of Dr. Nanda's session. Yes, Dr. Nanda, you are in a great demand. more than 35 people average are listening to you. Please
Okay,
carry on.
thank you, everyone. I will try to little bit expedite this. This is how these kind of Venn diagrams always help me to motivate. What you love, what you do well. Now it is very easy to understand the passion. Passion is what you love and what you do well. Okay, that is a passion. But there is a many intersections, and one of the intersection is the bliss. This is where you all should be. Now in order to all bliss position, all the four circles, if you can cover through your profession, personality, and through your outlook, it will be a great advantage to you as a individual and for your career growth. So what you love, what you do well, what the world will pay for you, and what the world need, if all these circles connected, you are at the right place. Otherwise, you are doing charity, or you are just growing with career, or you are just on vacation, or you are having a just passion, but you are not earning. Many people are very passionate, but when you ask how much you earn, I am not earning well. So that means they are not covering all the four circles, right? So we need to focus how we can cover all the four circles. And this Venn diagram basically helps me to switch the jobs. When I was working my second, I actually worked for 1 year in one of the engineering colleges in Chhattisgarh. I was very passionate, and everyone can see my passion when I'm teaching, and I love what I teach. But somewhere, I was not paid well as a because of certain reasons. I was new, not teaching experience. I went from industry to teaching, so I was not like covering the four circles. So my push to further switch the jobs is, as long as I can cover many circles and reach to the bliss position, it will be blessed. So people who are listening me, if you are already reached to bliss or not, this will help you out. This Venn diagram will definitely help you out to either switch job or upgrade yourself with certain courses, or to see if even self learning, as Harbir has rightly said, people should have a habit of self learning to upgrade yourself. Upgradation is not always paying and doing certain courses and getting the certificates. You get the certificates, but still you don't get the opportunities unless you are a great storyteller, and what you do daily will basically brings the growth in you. And the daily what you do is, you can see clearly what you do daily. I used to study even after age of 48. If I am not reading 1 hour related to metallurgy or my area of investigation, metallurgical investigations, I can't sleep. So this is about me, and whatever I read, I go to office and share with the people. And if you see my LinkedIn, all my posts in the LinkedIn is basically written by me. What I read, I try to focus, I write, I share with all technical fraternity, so that more and more people can show up their comments, put inputs, and those are also my learnings. These are
Yes, a
related to.
lot of doctors, a lot of people are saying good words about you. Sandeep Singh is saying thank you. Dr. Kulvinder Singh Maan is saying very well session, very well said, very well done.
Thank you.
Gursevak Singh is suggesting that there is nothing good or bad branch. Rather, it says what you should matter is whether you are in India or abroad. You should be clear what you wish to achieve, and that's something very important. And
Perfect.
he says being in homeland would always be an advantageous in many ways. And he's thanking you for your great lecture.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
Gaurav Chatwal Saab is saying he's agreeing with Gursevak.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. So here I will say how to develop your communication. As rightly, Harbir and Puri Saab is already covered this topic. This is basically, you should sell yourself as a package deal. This is your package deal. And this PhD, I already touch base already, so I will skip this slide. If you are a fresher, because here we all know that this lecture series is mostly for freshers. So I just kept few slides. If you are a fresher, you should participate in institute activities and explore your personality fully and develop balanced trade along with academic excellence. Stay focused, active, ethical, and humble, but competitive. Develop habits to share knowledge. In the student life, we don't share knowledge. We think it is a very high competition, we get grades and all that. But when you come out from the institution, and if you are passionate, you will only find that, man, I missed it. I was having many friends to share knowledge and work out my personality, but I just avoided because I was not knowing that sharing knowledge is one of the key to enhance your personality.
Nanda Sahab,
Appreciate.
I'll add on here. Add on
Yeah.
here. When I was in college, I used to teach a lot of students. We had a lot of discussions regarding a lot of subjects, and even I had discussions with one of many of our seniors also regarding our subject matter. So I believe if you are teaching somebody, your juniors, about your subject, if you are discussing with your friends, and if you are discussing in a particular society, I mean technical society or something, and if you are sharing knowledge and gaining knowledge from each other, I believe, and I think there were some people who were doing some group discussions kind of stuff also in our institution. So these kind of things really help, and I
Perfect.
believe, I hope, even these days the things are happening in our institution. But I will add one very important point, guys. We were not having alumni at that time. Now you are very blessed to have a very great alumni with you who are at senior positions, in leadership positions in multiple domains across the world. So try to connect with everybody. If you want anybody, please put in the group in WhatsApp or in Telegram your questions or your requirements, or if you want any help. Certainly there is a complete big bulk alumni available to help you guys. So I would like to say, please raise your hands, ask questions. It will help you. There is one
Perfect.
more guy called Mike. Mike says, great insight of very interesting topic. Thanks.
Thanks, Miki. uh, just to continue, keep yourself updated with your subject of interest and stay one step ahead in the knowledge. This is very important. Outside the world is very competitive, and we everyone wants to keep ahead in the technical knowledge. So it is very important to keep update yourself. Don't just say that, yes, I got this promotion, now I just enjoy my family life. See, family life is enjoying, I'm not saying, but work family balance is very important, so that when you got a promotion, and now the accountability is more to stay sharp at that location, at that position, rather than you get the promotion and you are not upgrading, so somebody from the behind will shoot you up, and you will be rusted over the period of time, and you might be throwing out because you are outdated, you are not upgrading yourself. So even at this age, I'm a very senior position here, principal engineer. I always do certification programs. Whenever I see some society I am member of, they are running some programs. If that is something, connecting to my present job, I always pay from my pocket and do that, because that is what is motivating and inspiring me. So this is very important aspect. If you are a fresher, develop a habit of learning something new every day, as I told, and share within any closed group of like-minded people, as Puri Saab has already mentioned it. Develop and nurture yourself to be interdisciplinary. This I will advocate, because I am an interdisciplinary. I will advocate, which means your market value is in the market value in industry goes up if you are familiar or having degree in more than one discipline, like BTech in mechanical, okay, or manufacturing, or welding. Then you go ahead masters, maybe corrosion, because it is very much complementing your welding, right? Welding, corrosion, industry demand. So this way you can work out. I have further slides uh, to just this is already I have discussed. I will just skip this. So if you are a fresher, do this is very important, because health is also very important. It is not only you study and all that passion and you lose your health. So do gym, or at least walk few steps daily, preferably with friends who are like minded, and stay vibrant, active and happy. Most importantly, enjoy your life. Make a lot of good memories during your BTech journey and hostel life. As someone rightly said, you will never change your life until you change something you do daily. The secret of your success found in your daily routine. So, so you need to little fine tune your daily routine. I remember when I was doing BTech, MTech, my daily routine was all the time I was working on my daily routine. Am I learning something? Am I doing something new? Am I engaged in some activities, maybe hostel level, maybe institute level? So I always think of balance. Am I sharpening my personality? Am I presenting my research work into the conference? If I am present, I still remember one case where I was present. ASM international conference was happening in the, in Mumbai. I was presenting my research work, and in the lunch time in the conference that day, one of the major automobile sector offered me a job. They say that you are in final year. I liked your presentation, and this is, if you would like to work in that, this is our your position, and this is so. HR people were there, technical people were there. They on the spot, offered me a job offer. So this is one of the biggest boost, that I am doing a right thing. I am presenting in technical fraternity where people are coming, and I am selling myself. That means my area of expertise or interdisciplinary expertise is high demand. So this gives additional kick and motivation to yourself for the industry jobs in the industry. So be bold, be different. If you want different results, then you have to willing to do things differently than you have done before. So this is what I would say. Now let's talk something technical. I will just run few slides. This is till now we have basically covered personality, interdisciplinary role of personality, how to sharp your personality, how to recognize your passion, how to remain active, how to being a fresher, how to populate your CV with meaningful things. Apart from your technical projects and all that, your personality should be very very appealing to the employers, so they can think that if I hire this guy, can I train this guy to the asset in my company? So when a fresher person is giving an interview, he should not be focusing only on the technical thing. He should be focusing that I should present my personality in such a way that when I will be absorbed in the organization, then of course I am a fresher. The organization people will give me the training, but they are investing money on the training. So they should be convinced during the interview, this is the right candidate. I can invest money and later on create an asset for my organization. So your focus should be that.
Yes, one
So
more point, sir. Sanjay Kumar Garg Saab is saying that well said, Nandaji. Since I closely seen your progress in your life, so I can say that confidence that whatever you are saying, every single word is from your heart and experience. I also know you very well from the day one, and the kind of hard work you have done in your life. And from Rajesh Sharma ji is saying, great to see that our alumni are doing great work in the field of welding and metallurgy. And agree with Vikram that in Slide we have specialization in UG, but other institutes have in PG and PhD. So these are the two things which you have said about you.
thank you,
Yes, Nanda
Purita.
sir.
So these are in the technical stuff. I would like to highlight here, if some current freshy people are who are in pre-final or final year, they are into the zone where specialized subjects they are studying. So this slide is basically dedicated to them. being a mechanical engineer, here are my favorite subjects or courses which I passionately read and do self study. So welding consumables. So all these associations with respective, I have been like associated with many organizations or institutes. So I have I have selected, mindfully all these subjects, so that their flavor should come into me as an interdisciplinary expert. So these are the certain subjects one can see: that welding consumable, welding design, welding inspection and quality control methods, welding metallurgy. These four subjects are very, very important. If any fresh person or a third or fourth year BTech person from Salite is listening, please focus on these subjects. These subjects are of very high demand. And and it is not only to study what is in the syllabus. When I say focus on these subjects, you got to be crazy on these subjects. You got to go into the library and read every corner where these books or something related to this is there, because these subjects are very, very in high demand when flavored with metallurgy or other manufacturing processes. Like, next, if you see that metal joining processes, when I was in IIT Roorkee, I focused metal joining processes in welding, non-destructive testing techniques, physical metallurgy, structural metallurgy. This is I studied in IIT Roorkee and IIT Bombay. So when I was teaching, in Jindal University, I got an opportunity to teach industrial metallurgy, materials characterization techniques, material selection. Basically, I was day in and out studying and making notes, because I was somewhere. I know that these subjects, when I'm teaching, I got 50, 60 students. As a professor, I got 50, 60 students where daily I can go and share knowledge and upgrade myself. So I used teaching as an opportunity to upgrade myself by self study, and my notes were quite a famous there. I used to make very detailed notes. So it not only helps the student to get the best marks to crack the gate exam, but it also helped me to keep you know or should I say, to reach to the bliss situation in my life. So remember, you are a mechanical engineer, but you have interdisciplinary knowledge to offer as a package deal in the industry. So this is what I would say. It helps to understand it. It helps in jobs where specialized graduation can be preferred over PG graduates. Right? We our slight Longowal का जो बीटेक है, उसमें जो वेल्डिंग और मैन्युफैक्चरिंग का जो स्पेशलाइजेशन है, वो बाकी सारे आईआईटी कानपुर एमटेक के तौर पे देता है वो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग स्पेशलाइजेशन. आईआईटी रुड़की वो एमटेक वेल्डिंग के नाम पे देता है. बट you are blessed, so why
Yes,
don't
Ritvik,
you come yourself, So this is what
Ritvik Gupta is saying. I agree with Vikram that courses offered by Slide is far better than other colleges. As 25 years ago, they train us for CNC languages, whereas other colleges are not offering the same till date.
perfect.
And even Dr. Sarita says, as AI and ML, the data science is dominating the whole industry. How you motivate mechanical engineer to stay motivated to go for core jobs? There is a question.
Actually, you know what, the motivation, I feel it is within. I can, if I am presenting this talk, if somebody can.
But I think, Dr. Saab, let me answer this question.
Yeah, sure.
So point is, Dr. Sarita, you're talking about AI and ML. What exactly an AI ML is doing? It cannot do anything unless it is connected with a machine. All the robotics, it is basically end of the day mechanical. When there is a mechanical, then there is welding, there is manufacturing, then there is robotics, then there is instrumentation, then comes the AI and ML. And at the end of the day, all these things when are connected, then and only then something good can come in. These days, automatic cars are coming in. These days, electric cars are coming in. So in a way, all the engineerings are basically connecting with each other. So as Dr. Nanda says, mechatronics is required. As I think I still remember mechatronics word. I still remember I have listened to my from my mechanical friends in 1996, 7 and 8.
Yes,
We
professional
have
was.
learned and we have heard about it. And today the things, the companies have been built on mechatronics, like Tesla like companies have been built on mechatronics. So I would like to add on, Dr. Sarita, I would like to answer here. The mechanical engineering is the future of the world. It is present also, but it is future of the world, because whole of the things are going to be mechanized, automatized, and all the things are going to be automatic. I'll tell you one more thing. There is a space technology. What exactly it is? Spaceships. It is all mechanical engineering. End of the day, it's all mechanical engineering which is
Yes,
working
yes,
in it.
yes.
So,
Perfectly.
that's what I would like to say.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
I
sir.
just
As well.
wanted to add here,
Yeah.
Puri Saab. Dr. Sarita, your question was like how to motivate people to remain in this specialized field. The best way nowadays is there is a availability of the various videos. I mean, if you feel that the kids are required to be motivated to go into the specialized fields, let them watch video. I think let there has to be provision for the kids to go to various industries so that they can see what's happening. Because when someone goes into software, it's all a person is sitting in front of the PC and doing some work. Whereas these are the kind of fields, be it a mechanical, chemical, or foundry, as I said earlier. Let people see it. The youngsters should see it, what's happening. So that becomes one of the motivational model for people to go into these streams. Because when someone sees the bigger size of the machines getting built up in the industries, whether through video or going to the industries, it will surely motivate many people to go into specialized fields, because India is growing as of now, and it's going to be the future. In future, the maximum industries are going to be there in India only. So it's big future available, especially in the specialized field in future in India, because there is going to be scarcity of these specialized people in future, and it's going to be very helpful if people start choosing this field right now.
Perfect. So I would just continue sharing few details of various sectors. So when we say that welding or manufacturing, what are the job prospects, or where our graduates or postgraduates or even doctorate students in the Longowal can focus on? So these are one of the major is oil and gas upstream downstream sectors. So upstream oil companies are basically involved primarily with oil discovery, extraction, and production. Downstream oil companies deal with refining and delivering petroleum products to the consumers. So these are two upstream and downstream sectors are major sectors where welding and manufacturing people can themselves very useful. In India, ONGC, Reliance Industries, Oil India, L&T, IOCL, HPCL, BPCL, etc. all are major upstream, downstream oil companies. So it is not that when in BPCL or L&T, many vendors or many small thousands of companies are involved. All these companies have plants, fabrication plants, or when there is a plant, there is a metallurgy, there is a corrosion, there is a damage, and there is your opportunity to step in and yeah, it is not about welding, it is also for a manufacturing sector. They can see uh, very beneficial job opportunities in oil and gas. Manufacturing sectors basically engaged into transportation of raw material into finished goods, like we know automobile, machine tools, chemical industries, pharma, food processing, fertilizers. All these are a major manufacturing sectors. So where even a welding engineer or a manufacturing engineer can definitely play a big asset in these organizations. Offshore structures. What are offshore structures? Complex man-made drilling platforms that is fixed into position and extends above or below the sea level for oil production, ship loading, unloading. So these offshore structures are again where there is a offshore structure, a welding specialization or manufacturing person can find themselves as a very good job opportunities there. defense sector, HAL, Cochin Shipyard, all these again, very good prospects. Aerospace manufacturing sectors, as Puri Sahab has said, basically engaged into manufacturing of aircraft, missile, spacecrafts. So I have been fortunate that I have worked more than 1,200 failure investigation projects in last 10 years here in Middle East. So I have been engaged almost every sector I just listed above, and day in day out, every month we are doing many failure investigation projects from all these sectors. So I can clearly say that if you are focused, if you are disciplined, if you have a self study attitude, if you have an attitude to upgrade yourself, if you are interdisciplinary, if if you want yourself to be in demand, you can be possible. There is nothing like overnight study. One has to do overnight success. There is nothing like some luck factor. I am not saying some people are not lucky. People are lucky, they get it. But some people, most of the people, have to do the hard work and find out their path and destination based on their passion, based on their focused attempt and determination. So this is what I would want to say, that there are many slides, like how these offshore structures, what are various components. I have done investigations, so there are many slides like that. But I think, Purisa, uh, if time is over, then this is what I would like to conclude here.
Yeah, time is almost over. If you, if anybody is having any questions, then certainly we can take up. Any questions we can take up. Uh, it was a very fantastic session, Dr. Nanda. It was something very eye-opening for a person like me also, because this is a very different field which we have not gone through, and I think you need 3 4 hours to speak.
Yes.
Just 1 hour is not enough. And I believe still there are 21, 20 people are still there. Till now, there were around 30 plus people always on the stream. I believe it was really interesting and fantastic thing which you have given. I will request all the mechanical engineering students as well as juniors who are into the mechanical engineering, so that they can move into the engineering stream by connecting with you guys to build more better successful careers. Our senior Nirmal Bajwa is saying good job guys.
Thank you.
Bajwa Saab, thank you for joining. Thank you very much. A lot of people have coming up. Satpal Singh Sidhu Saab says interdisciplinary means which can I use in my day-to-day task.
Yes, yes. A day-to-day task means, if you are not talking about technical, yes, interdisciplinary means if you can work on your personality, your work on your passion, all these are, interdisciplinary. I do interdisciplinary. I do not mean only by explaining the welding or fabrication or nothing. You might be having expertise knowledge in the welding, but if you can't sell it with your personality, you are finished.
So, Dr. Nanda, there is a question from Hi Ken. Hi Ken, I believe, is a student in slide. Sir, how can we stay connected for further guidance?
I have a large this thing.
I think your LinkedIn profile can
Yeah,
be
I
shared
have
here,
a
right?
LinkedIn. I have a very large footprint in the LinkedIn. I have 26,000 followers, and I regularly share my technical knowledge there. And you can connect me through LinkedIn, Vikram Singh
But
Nanda.
I will
I think I
suggest
will
one
come.
more thing. Hi Ken, you can connect with your TNP, and through your training and placement or your HOD mechanical, he can connect with us, and we will have a direct Zoom lecture for you guys from Dr. Nanda. You can arrange it, and we can have an appointment from him, so that he can guide you directly on one. So I think that is possible. Hope
And even this
it's okay.
lecture will be on the on I think in the
But still
YouTube
they want
forever,
further
right?
guidance, so I believe that can be
Yes.
done anytime.
Yeah, everybody has a different individual questions. They can connect with me. I can help them out. That's not a problem.
Yes. Connect with him. He is easily findable on internet. You just search Vikram Singh Nanda, and I think he's a very famous man on internet. One more question has come up from Rupesh Singh. Mechanical student should, so suggestion, mechanical student should capitalize his strength in automation. Yes, of course, automation
Yes.
can help. Thank you, Rupesh. It was really a great suggestion.
Even I would say, Puri Saab, further, this is very focused for mechanical, welding. If any of our alumni wants to share 1 hour or half an hour talk on manufacturing side, because those sides are also, I have not much of opportunity to touch into that. But if from the manufacturing, similarly like welding, from the manufacturing, and if they have wanted to say something or share something about where to focus, what subjects to focus to get them maximized in the job opportunities out there in the competitive market, I think they can also give some presentation.
Yes, certainly people are coming up. There are multiple disciplinary lectures are coming up, Dr. Nanda. Every Sunday we are arranging in the morning hours so people can connect. So I think we have overshooted the time. Anyhow,
Okay.
thank you. It was very interesting
Thank
lecture.
you.
Thank you, Arbir, for joining at such a short notice. And I think you're traveling as yet, but still you managed to get it done. I think the internet facility in India is really, really good.
Really good, man.
Thank
He's
you.
traveling
Thank
and
you.
we didn't lose him.
No
Okay.
loss
Thank
at
you, dear.
all.
Thank you all.
It's a great thing, yeah.
Thank you, Arvind.
Right.
Thank you,
Okay,
Puri.
ciao.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for joining here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.